So we've made it down to Berry Head. We're right on the highway here now. We just walked across. I'm going to walk down the trail. I'm going to show you where we always came when we were kids. Watch.
You go first, so there's no footprint. Yeah.
That's okay. We can see how deep the snow is. Scott's going to trudge ahead of me. There we go. Oh, that looks like, oh, what's this? Little bunny tracks. Just check that out. All over the place. Look, lots of bunny tracks here. Ooh. And more bunny tracks. Oh, just look at that. All the tracks. Huh? Oh, there's fox tracks. Look at this. There's fox tracks. Oh.
He's digging right here, look, and he's marking his territory. Look.
Where?
Right there.
Oh yeah, because that looks like pee.
We found a fox digging in the snow and left pea tracks. He did a pee here, look. So, just gonna walk out to the edge of the beach here so that you can see what looks like. Oh my gosh, here's his tracks. Look. Let's switch this around.
It's coyote there.
Look at the coyote tracks. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you went right down the beach. That's pretty freaking cool. So this is Berry Head. So when I was a kid, this is where we would come. So my dad had a cabin down here when well, actually back when my grandfather and they came down here and they spent their time fishing down here in Berry Head. They were lobster fishermen. And I'm going to show you just there down the point again. When I get this spin. So they would fish this whole cove, all the lobsters.
Birds through.
Yep. And so I'm going to go back. Perry just mentioned, which is true. If you look right here on the point, you're going to see a barge. And when I'm in Baker's Brook and we do our storytelling about my grandmother ride out, we talk about the barge that came ashore in Baker's Brook, and that's where it's at. There's still remnants here, and she was 85 years old. So my grandmother was 85 years old when she passed, and that was 5 years, so 90 years ago. And she would have been 4 years old at the time that barge came in, so it's quite a long time ago, and it's still sitting here. And anyway, when we were kids, we would always go down and we would climb around on the barge and have a look at the scenery down there. I mean, maybe we shouldn't have been down there, but we were. And then I'm going to just show you again, right in the tuckamore trees right here. This is where Dad would have had his oars for his boat put. And then I'm just going to walk up here just a little bit and show you. It's kind of grown up a bit now, but when we were kids, this is the track we would take. I'm just going to go over here and show you. So right here, if you look between the tree line here, this is where we would walk. Well, actually, there was two routes. You go that way, it was really wet. But we used to walk in through these tuckamores right here. And you go over to where these higher tuckamores are. And that in front of those, that's right where the cabin was. And that's where we would come and stay on the weekends. Dad would come down to do all of his fishing. And then we would, you know, just pick mussels down here, have fresh lobsters. Behind me, if you look behind me, you see all this space right here. This was all the space where my grandfather and my father and they all had their vegetables planted. So I just thought it would be pretty neat if you could get a chance to have a look and see what one of the areas is like in Gross Mourne. And it's a place that the visitors don't come to because they don't know it's a local spot. But what a spot when we used to have beach fires in the summertime. And the rocks are like boulder rocks. So when you're down here, if you're in and the waves are coming in, you can hear all the rocks rolling up and down the sea. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining us today as we wanted to showcase a little piece of Gross Mourne and Rocky Harbour area. This is called Baker's Brook, and I'm going to give you one last look at it. Hang on.